The Duggars generally don't give much away in terms of their emotions, but in a family of that size, there's bound to be some discord. And with how much scrutiny the family is under 24/7, sibling versus sibling feuds are bound to come to light eventually. Like right now. Duggar obsessives don't just watch the family's reality show and follow their favorites on social media, as we all know by now. They piece together information they receive from both to try and get a sense of what the J-Squad's lives look like off camera. Generally, what goes on behind the scenes isn't all that noteworthy, but sometimes, we gain some surprisingly real insight. A closer look under the microscope reveals that the self-consciously wholesome Duggars are far more flawed than they'd have us believe. We're all flawed, of course, and we are all too human. Moreover, these latest revelations aren't anywhere near as shocking as the Josh Duggar sex scandals that were unearthed in 2015. Still, it's interesting that this was unearthed at all. Fans are now under the impression that Jill and Jinger Duggar are locked in some sort of feud after realizing that Jill doesn't follow Jinger or her husband, Jeremy Vuolo, on Instagram. That may not sound like such a big deal, but the Duggar women aren't allowed to have social media accounts until they get engaged. They've stated that as a result of this, they place tremendous importance on Instagram and other platforms as communication tools. This is especially true in Jinger's case, as she moved to Texas with Vuolo after she got married, becoming the first in her generation to permanently relocate outside of Arkansas. For her part, Jill Duggar only follows 9 other accounts on Instagram, and her sister's isn't one of them. Neither is her sister's husband. It's not hard to see why fans think that's strange. What's more, Jill's husband, Duggar, appears to share her negative opinion, as he also doesn't follow either account. These days, the couple is back in the States, as the pregnant, 26-year-old Jill prepares to welcome her second child. But Jill and Duggar can often be found in Central America, where they perform missionary work for months at a time. The fact that they're so often abroad makes the sisters' neglect of one another on social media that much more curious. Much ado about nothing, perhaps? Perhaps. But it serves as a reminder that the version of the Duggars we see on TV is often far from an accurate representation of the family in real life. Fans, obviously, have taken note of the apparent rift, literally nothing escapes Duggar Nation, and speculated about its causes. Perhaps Jill is actually jealous of Jinger and Jeremy, but will never admit it, wrote one Facebook user on the family's official page. Maybe. But we would wager there's something more going on here than mere jealousy. Perhaps the new season, June 12th, will reveal all. As always, you can follow the link to watch Counting On online to see Jill and Jinger pretend to get along, year after year.